Yo, this is Dova Blackhat Gaming. I do RPG games like Elder Scrolls and Fallout and many more. Subscribe to see more and enjoy the video.
Vanchim's dead. Good work. When outnumbered, never reject the opportunity to spread suspicion through enemy ranks. An unseen enemy is more terrifying than one who makes an exhibition out of their kills. Something was stolen. The island, Vanchim's proudest achievement. Whatever you're referring to are the words of a scorned researcher denied by his own people. Vanchim was too proud to realize the follies he was committing every step of the way. His excuses of working for some greater good are there to cover his selfish motivations. Simulation or not, he died in your presence. Yes.
You know, you could have waited a bit longer. That's enough out of you. Rocks and valleys, crevices and hiding. You all right? You don't look so good.
The Mechanist, the Mage to Non-Dwemer. Few have taken up the study of technology from where the extinct mare left off. Blasphemy. The weight of such a label is a frightening deterrent. But the fusion of the natural and unnatural will be a necessity for the future. Meet with Razak Laren and see for yourself. He waits for you right outside.
Right there is perfect. So, what's a wayward soldier of brass armor doing all the way out here away from his pack? Come to see if I've filched the means to get off this rock? Simulation? You're living the end. The Dwemer, our people, our kingdoms, our future. All of it is gone. The Craft Lord's been assassinated, and the only ships out of here are lost. Only thing left to do is dig in and fight. Trespassers, much like you. I lured you to the beach edge in case you were a threat. It's a longer run back through my centurions. Cloaking tech with sound dampening fields. Something my team was toying with. Something our enemies wouldn't mind getting their hands on. I've counted 2 separate raiding factions so far. The first has been streaming from Atronal. The second from up there. By my estimates, Atronal is done for. Those still alive will either commit suicide by the end of the month when the supplies are depleted, or make a last-ditch effort to run for safer territory. I'm worried about the others. With you here, we have a chance at leaving a dent in their armed forces. Meet me outside Atronal. We'll get you set up. This should be the perfect staging area until you're ready to deal with the hordes of the north. The Spriggans here have developed a symbiotic relationship with our animunculi. They feed off the geothermal energy and transfer excess reserves to their machine companions in exchange for protection. If the island calls for it, they will fight as one under your will. Take this control scepter. With it, your commands will be heeded without fail. When you're ready, we can start basic training. I lived up to my namesake. I was a precision engineer. Most of my time was spent servicing the state-of-the-art equipment. I must be the last one alive since everyone's so desperate to get a hold of me. It arose naturally over the course of our presence in this area. At first, the Spriggans were openly hostile towards anything encroaching on their territory. They eventually discovered that even though the Centurions operated on steam, they weren't actively feeding off of the craters. From that point, they eased off on their attacks, with the anticipation that the Centurions would defend their habitat from predators, if they were provided with fuel. We lowered the aggression parameter for our animunculi in response, and they've coexisted with very few incidents since. A constant supply of fuel and decreased downtime for manual repairs. No, it's something that we were still in the process of artificially fostering through behavioral engineering. Would it have been worth the effort? Probably not. The island is small enough that our facilities and animunculi can manage any environmental concerns at a faster rate than a biological agent. Still, having every sentient animal and plant under our control would have been a marvel to behold. Maybe I will yet live to witness it, but in the hands of another. Since before we arrived, they emerged from their deep hibernation after Sintu Deus completed its climate operation yet before any wildlife could be imported from home. Anything else before we start? Have your scepter in hand and follow my directions. Nathzalek, I summon you! Let's begin with simple selection and movement commands. Aim and fire your scepter at the Centurion to select him. That's it. Notice the soft glow around the Centurion. That means it's currently selected. To deselect him, fire your scepter at him again. You can also unequip the scepter to clear your selection. Go ahead and do that now. Next, we'll move the Centurion to a new location. The scepter has granted you the direct spell. Select the Centurion with the scepter equipped in one hand, and then fire the spell at a point in the ground with the other. Let's have the Centurion move underneath the 3 palm trees to my right. Good, good. Awoken one of the Stringans too, right on time. Let's get her to one of the craters. You'll need to deselect the Centurion first. You can't have a Spriggan and a Centurion selected at the same time, you see. Have her move to one of the craters. Any will do so long as you fire your direct spell into one. Get the Spriggan to one of the craters. The rest will come naturally. Watch. She's moving to position. Give her a moment to siphon the energy. Now that she's on fire, select the Spriggan. Head back to the Centurion and use the scepter on him too. Instead of selecting him, this will command the burning Spriggan to refuel the Centurion. Command the Spriggan to refuel the Centurion using the scepter. Once a Centurion is fueled, its mobility is multiplied by 1.5 for roughly 10 minutes. During combat, it will emit fire instead of steam. That's enough training for now. Speak to me outside Atronal again so we can proceed. Got the basic idea, right? Time to put it all to the test in battle. Atronal is hardly a threat anymore. It's the perfect place to start. You can target specific enemies with your scepter as well. Works the same way as having a Spriggan refuel a Centurion. Of course, you could just kill them on your own to speed up the process. Scoundrels thinking they can hide from us. You can bet they'll also have some constructs on their side. They'll have reprogrammed their targeting parameters to hone in on anyone who isn't carrying the proper identification crest. And clear rooms one by one? Why go through all that trouble? Safer to draw them out into the open and fight them on your own terms. I've dealt with this lot for a while now. With such low numbers, they'll be clustered by the entrance ready to defend the installation with what little they have left. Carissa! Infiltrate and sabotage. Get ready.
There's someone there.
Gonna try now, huh?
I'll try and make this quick.
Enough of... Never should have come here. Here we go. Damn you! I can take it. That it? That's your best? You're no match for me. You can't win this! Why won't you die? That's your best, huh? You can't hit me. I'll gladly help myself. You're no match.
That looks like the last of them. So what do you think? Ready to take on bigger challenges? Meet me at the crater in the center. It's time to deal with the real threat. Malsalkan Crater. None of this brings back, memories? It doesn't work in the way that I had imagined. We should keep our eyes to the south. The racket you made outside Atronal will undoubtedly give the impression that one side or the other is now busy attending to their wounds. This has been going on long enough. Each raid has been yielding diminishing results in higher casualties. It's now or never. A full assault on the beach is upon us. You wouldn't be here if this was just another day in our little war. Always showing up at the right time to see things to an end. Wipe them all out. They'll be coming in with catapults by land and rowboats by sea. 3 Centurions, 5 Spriggans. That's the army I can spare. You didn't hear about the ships being raised at port. There's a cargo vessel hidden somewhere on this island. They wouldn't risk losing it in battle. You have 10 minutes to prepare. Use it wisely. The scepter is in your hands now. I'll be in the tower, keeping things secure. See you after the battle. This is Razak. Can you hear me? I'm communicating through the scepter. Never said I wasn't going to help, did I? Listen, hostiles have just made it down the hill. 5 bodies, 2 spheres. A larger group is right behind them, ready to move in if they fail. 2 Centurions are among them.
I've been wounded worse than better. Victory is yours.
That's the end of the first wave. Looks like they're bringing in catapults over Atronal. 2 rowboats coming in from the west, 5 men in each. 5 minutes until everyone's in position. They're commencing the attack.
It burns! I love a challenge! Come on! stand a chance. I yield! This is what I trained for!
Found you.
Enough! Lucky. I can do this all day! Bastard! No more! I yield! Time to end this little game.
Looks like they're pulling back the catapults. We can count them out of the battle for now. Got some bad news, though. Their scouts have spotted you and are aware of your position. 2 rowboats coming in from the north. One looks to be heading towards Atronal. And, damn, they're sneaking in a Centurion and 4 ballistae down the mountain outside Atronal. Careful around there. Now's the time to set up your companions along the outer perimeter of the western portion of the beach to divert their forces' attention. 4 rowboats heading towards the eastern shore. At the rate they're going, they'll all land simultaneously. Catapults are returning to position over Atronal. I've spotted another group coming in from the west. This is shaping up to be the final wave. Give them everything you've got. Here we go. Good luck. That's the last of them. Catapults are retreating, and no additional enemies in sight. I'm coming down. We'll rendezvous in the crater. I've ordered the Centurions to scout out the area just to be safe. But I say we've won. I'll be taking the scepter off your hands now. I'll tell you everything you want to know about how this all works. You've earned that, wouldn't you agree? Follow me into the tower. Impossible! Wait, don't move. We're surrounded. Don't move.
Farewell, mortal.
Must have come rolling in while I was making my way outside. Sorry about that. Hmm? Yes, they were. Yes, I recall mentioning something along those lines. Okay. Any hope you have in fully utilizing this island depends on your capacity to communicate with all of its operation modules, including its defenses. Why not consider it one last lesson? You learned how to control void animunculi without the use of a focusing tool. That's a great start. True. Maybe you're misinterpreting my intention. By not telling you, perhaps you think of it as a novice form of treachery. That my goal was to capture or even, by some error in judgment, kill you. Really, after how you disposed of our mutual adversaries, do you think I'd challenge you in the same exact manner? I know it's you. Was it you who killed the Craft Lord? His prized test subject gets the honor of killing him. It's the logical conclusion to his life. Here's this tower's crest. We won't be using it, but you'll want to know what it's for. Now, without further delay, I will show you everything.
Razak Laren is satisfied with the work we did here, and you're leaving with a new skill. Dwemer clad in armor. I did not foresee this. Time dilation, a fault in the mechanisms that produce the actors. I'm sure he would have, but would you have understood him? Withhold your suspicion. It only delays your advancement towards our destination, the Dark Tower. It is there you will be given free rein to question if I have ever lied to you. Take what you need from the dwarven facilities. There won't be reason to return here later. 1 tower left. How are you feeling? Fatigue will slow your progress. Rest while you can. Good. Let's not waste any time. Proceed to the final simulation.
Hope everyone enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the bell icon. See you all on the next video. Enjoy life.
Good.
And stay